Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and great and wonderful. Everything here is fine. And I've been reading, obviously. I've talked about it a good bit recently with the Kindle, and then I did a review of Mistborn. And after Mistborn, which I had in paperback, I wanted to figure out what I was going to read on my Kindle, so I started looking through available books. I checked on library books. I have a pretty long list of books I want to read, but I picked something out. I have been trying to read Brent Week's Dark Prism, and I just couldn't get through it. I made it probably 10% of the way in, or 15% in, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, something about it just isn't fun for me. It's not a fun book to read. And I've seen a lot of people really praise this series as like, this series is really awesome. And all of those people who say that say you just have to get through book one. And maybe I'm an asshole, but I'm reading because I want to enjoy it. And if I can't even enjoy the book one of a series, why would I waste my time trying further? Like, I don't want to have to get to the good part, right? If you don't open with the good part, I'm not gonna. I have 24 other books on my list. Why would I suffer through something I'm not enjoying because supposedly the rest is good? And so I just stopped. And so then I decided to try a book that I've heard nothing but universal praise for, and that is Nevernight. Now, you probably saw the title of the video, so the question I have for you is, should I continue reading Nevernight? Because like The Dark Prism, I'm finding it very, very hard to get through. And I want to know, is it worth my time? There's a lot of Nevernight that I've been enjoying. I'm probably 25% through that book. And I've been enjoying a good portion of it. I mean, as a father of two, the opening sequence of this 16-year-old girl having sex, and it's not necessarily like graphic explicit, but it's explicit about what she's doing, it was a bit of a like, whoa, dude, like, I don't know if this man should be writing about, this is weird, like, I'm not comfortable with that. So that sort of thing is a little awkward, but I really enjoy the characters. I really enjoy the world. It's very dark, grim. It's very, I mean, the setting is something that is just, the setting is weird, right? And I enjoy weird. So the setting is awkward and strange and confusing. And the nice thing about it is there's not a whole lot of in your face telling you how things are. It's just kind of like, this is the world. Good luck figuring it out. But the problem that I'm having with the book is the writing style is terrible. Like, it's really bad. It's really... I feel like because this is a book about a 16-year-old assassin, a 16-year-old female assassin who is a sexual person, is a vengeful person, is a not necessarily a good person. I feel like the person who wrote these books is trying to write them to be edgy. Like, I'm going to be just as edgy with my writing style as the main character is. And while that would be fine for her, like, her dialogue, or even like her internal thoughts, or even her external expression, it's edgy just for the sake of being edgy when he's describing things that's really like, what? And it's jam-packed with comparisons and similes and metaphors that make no sense. It's weird, and I don't think I could finish the book. Like, it's just bad. And so what I'm asking is, I'm looking, like, I'm enjoying this story. Unfortunately, I'm not enjoying how the story is being told. And I guess the question that I have is, if you've read the book, or if you've continued on with the series, if you love it or whatever, does the story justify the writing style? Like, it's bad. It's juvenile even. Like, it's very... It's like somebody just trying to be an edgelord. Like, I'm going to write this edgy shit because I can get away with it because I'm cool. That's what it feels like. It feels very kind of icky. But maybe the story is the payoff. Like, currently, I'm 25% of the way into the book, and I'm still not really quite sure what the story is. There's a girl who went to a place that her master told her to go, and she doesn't know why she's there, and she doesn't really figure anything out, and she's going to go try to do something, and I don't know what her purpose is in life. Like, I'm really not even sure what it is she's supposed to be doing. I'm really not sure what her driving goal is. I assume from all of the backstory that's thrown at you, there's a lot of backstory that it's set up. Like, it's revenge. I'm assuming that that backstory is supposed to be our, insight into her motivation, which is revenge. I'm not positive about that, though. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she's just seeking answers to something. I don't know. But I would like to give the book the benefit of the doubt, just because it has overwhelmingly positive reviews. And I will say that when I searched for it on YouTube, almost all of the people talking about this book are females. So maybe that's the appeal, and I'm not a female, so I don't get it. Maybe there's some girl power here that is strong, and it really resonates, and it's not resonating with me like that. And maybe I need to adjust my perspective. I'm not sure. So I guess what I'm asking is, I still have a lot of books on my list that I want to read. I checked this one out from the library, so it doesn't cost me anything. I can always return it and not care. But I would like to give it the benefit of the doubt just because of how overwhelmingly warm everybody is to the book. The Brent Weeks thing, The Dark Prism, everybody says book one's not fun, but get through it and there's a good payoff. Well, if you start with your thing saying book one's you kind of have to get through it, to me that justifies me saying I don't feel like getting through it right now. Maybe I will someday once I've gone down my list. I've switched from Nevernight. I'm now reading The Poppy Wars, and I'm halfway through the first book and love it. It's been really fun. And again, it's about another girl, but it's been a really fun, Eastern setting, kind of Imperial Japan type setting, which has been really fun. I've not read fantasy in that type of setting before, so I'm really enjoying that. And when it's books like that I can just breeze through, and I'm having so much fun reading it, and then I look at books like Nevernight or The Dark Prism, and it's just like, is this worth my time? Let me know in the comments on either of these, Nevernight or Dark Prism. Should I just power through? Is it worth it? Is there a payoff? If I read through Nevernight and I just, suffer through this writing style, is that what I have to expect for the rest of the books? Or should I just stop and give it up? I don't know. Tell me what to do in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking and commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is compunction. It is a noun meaning anxiety caused by regret for doing another harm. Thomas never feels compunction for the bruises he leaves on the lacrosse field. Compunction. COMPUNCTION.